Hey, welcome to One Word Suggestion. I'm your host, Eran Thomson, and this week's word is panic.
For inspiration, can I please get a one-word suggestion?
One word suggestion.
One word suggestion.
One word suggestion.
Welcome to the podcast. For those of you who don't already know, every week I take one word suggested by you and use it as a leaping off point to explore the benefits of improv as they relate to life on and off the stage. This week's word, panic, was suggested by Andy. We've all probably experienced panic at some stage in our life, and the first thing to do if you start to panic in any situation is to just breathe. Dionna Griffin-Irons, Director of Diversity and Inclusion at the Second City in Chicago, says, panic, like the kind that creeps in right before you're about to perform in front of a huge audience or your boss, happens when we get too in our heads. And the result of that is we stop breathing, either as deeply as we should or in some cases altogether. What I've learned is that if you can, just get your breath back. That will awaken the nervous system and therefore your brain. And if you do that, you'll be back to thinking, I got this again in no time. So yeah, breathing is important. The second thing to do is move your body. Some teachers will tell you that if you're panicking, it's because you're stuck in your head. I've even seen teachers shout, don't be in your head, which guess what? Puts you right back in your head. The third thing to try is taking some time. Take a second to accept your reality before reacting to it. Move fast, but think slow. Even if your partners or colleagues are playing or working fast, take 10 seconds to figure out what's going on. Give yourself that gift. And remember, the pauses in your head are always longer to you than they are to an audience. Another thing you can try if you're stuck in a scene specifically is look for answers. Not knowing what's going on in a scene means someone needs to declare something, usually who, what, or where. Don't confuse silence for a lack of dialogue. Pay attention to the physicality. A tapping foot can say more than words. Jonathan Pitts taught me that if you're on stage freaking out and you don't know what to do or say, look your scene partner in the eyes. The answer is always there. His other suggestion is to ask yourself questions like, why is this happening? How long have we known each other? How many times has this happened before? Is this the first, 10th, or 100th time your scene partner's character has said this? Remember, no one person can discover the whole scene. You have to explore and find the why of your scene together. And if you're really lost, it's okay to ask your scene partner for more information or simply say, I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean. Remember that playing to the top of your intelligence means responding authentically on stage as you would in real life. And lastly, learn to accept the worst. As Dale Carnegie wrote in his famous book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, if you can accept the worst case scenario and get comfortable with that, then anything else that happens is probably going to be okay. But mainly, just breathe. So that's my take on panic. Thanks for the great suggestion, Andy. If you want to suggest a word for next week or add your perspective, please drop me a note in the comments or better yet, write a review and include your word there. I'm making one of these every week for a year, so definitely subscribe, like, share, and all that jazz. And in the meantime, if you're interested in improv for personal growth, professional achievement, or just for fun, my suggestion is to get yourself into a class or book a corporate training workshop for your team. You can learn all about LMA's programs at www.lma.training. Thanks for listening. One Word Suggestion is brought to you by LMA Professional Development. Please visit us at www.lma.training for more info.